Well, we go back to what may be turning out to not be a sweet deal on sugar, and once again, the government has denied the existence of any sugar deal signed between Uganda President Yoweri Museveni and Kenya's Uhuru Kenyatta. Acting Minister for Agriculture Aden Mohamed says that all the two leaders did was hold bilateral discussions on the sugar issue. The statement comes on the day when a motion in Parliament to adopt a report on the country's sugar crisis was mysteriously withdrawn from the order paper this afternoon.
The government of Kenya wishes to clearly state that no trade agreement or any other deal was signed between Kenya and Uganda governments.
The latest rebuttal from the Jubilee government in a stream of bitter exchanges with the opposition over the Uganda sugar deal now gone very sour.
So Uganda remains a very, very important country as a market for our products, our manufacturers, our business people, our labor, and so it is a very, very important market, and I think we should treat it as a very important market rather than trying to point fingers on why we should even allow things to come from Uganda to our side.
Acting Agriculture Minister Aden Mohamed now says sugar was only one of the many issues President Uhuru Kenyatta discussed with his Ugandan counterpart Yoweri Museveni, but no deal was put into paper between the two heads of state.
People are investing, companies are investing in Kenya sugar mills as they are in other East African countries, including Uganda. And whoever has surplus, I think, should be able to trade. And that is something that did not need or require a state visit because it's part of an existing protocol with East African community.
We are asking the government to look into that and see that even the farmer here in this country can have a breath so that the cane is properly bought so that money can go to the pockets of farmers.
But the minister's rebuttal is just but the tip of the iceberg of the intrigues surrounding the sugar deal, which is getting more bitter by day. In Parliament, a motion to adopt a report detailing the crisis in the country's sugar industry mysteriously found its way out of the order paper.
We had this report of the crisis in the sugar sector to be debated. Unfortunately, a supplementary paper was drawn against the expectations of those of us who represent the sugar farmers.
Curiously, MPs from both Jubilee and CORD had justifications over why the sugar motion was suddenly struck from the order of the day, whereas Majority Leader Aden Duale claims the bill will be reintroduced next week. CORD Chief Whip Jakoyo Midiwo said the motion was removed to allow the House time to discuss crucial constitutional bills whose August 27th deadline is fast approaching.
We don't want, and I want to repeat for the sake of sugar farmers, that we don't want this report of the sugar crisis, the crisis in the sugar sector, to die the way the cemetery report died.
Aden Mohamed, however, says Uganda and other COMESA member states will still be given the priority to export their sugar into Kenya to enable the country bridge its deficit of over 200,000 metric tons. Muremi Mwangi, KTN News, Nairobi.